Welcome to the Chronically Will podcast, where we have real conversations with community that need to be heard. On today's episode, you will hear from Anotoine Gibson, the musician, arranger, lover of life, and insulin connoisseur. Anotoine is a world-renowned saxophonist that has played with the greats and continues to place his mark in the world of music. I've never met such a humble giant. Not only is he a giant in the world of music, but you will hear throughout this podcast the many other opportunities that have not, and Anotoine continues to push his way through the doors. Being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at 8 years young has not stopped him from developing his talents and using them to change his own world. I'm glad to be seated in the front row as I get to watch and truly take in the journey that is conquering more than just diabetes, but crushing all the challenges that has been tossed his way. Play on, player, play on.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for having me, man. It's a pleasure, bro. I see your work. I see your work. I hear your work. You're a pillar in the diabetes community, bro. Especially as a fellow black man on the internet, man. You taking over the world, bro. So I appreciate you for having me on, man. Real talk.
Look, it is on us to take on and over the world.
That's it. But yeah, man, I'm Anotoine Gibson. Man, where do I begin, dog? When people say tell me about yourself, I'll be like, dang, where do I start, man? I don't like talking about myself. But let's see, bro. I've been living with type 1 diabetes for 22 years. Yeah, since I was 8 years old, 30 now. About 22 years. And I'm a musician. I play all around the country. I'm a saxophonist. I went to school for music.
You're a saxophonist. You went to school for music.
Yeah.
So just a couple days ago, I actually interviewed my dad for this podcast because he's someone living with chronic health conditions, and him and his siblings, they're all in their 60s, 70s now. When he was younger, he played the trombone, and I never knew that. And I told him, like, this is the first I've ever heard of that.
Really? On the
Because my uncles, they all played the guitar. My aunts sang in a choir. They had their own family church. And I said, what did you do? And he said, oh, I played the trombone. I said, you lugged around the trombone in the case? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, how did that make you feel as a kid growing up in school and whatnot, carrying around that case? And you know what he told me? He said, I loved it. He said, the girls loved me. I said, for real? I said, carrying around that case? He said, man, I got all the girls.
It ain't like what you see on TV, dog. Being in band, especially from where I'm from, bro. I'm from Atlanta. And Atlanta's like, it's the black people mecca, bro. So music is our, you know what I'm saying? Music is our forte, bro. So and at my school was like the cool kids were in band, you know what I'm saying? Like the band, the cheerleaders, the football team, we were all homies, we all hung out. And I was drum major in high school as well. So, bro, being a drum major in high school is like being and where I'm from is like being a starting quarterback of the football team. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the level of like, you know, reverence that you got a bunch of peers and stuff like that. So yeah, bro, when your dad said that, I know exactly what he meant by that.
Yeah, I was surprised, but I know that the schools that he went to were big in band, especially in the area that I'm from, the Philadelphia region. And I know how like loud and boisterous my dad is. Knowing that he had that trombone, I knew he was bringing in whatever he wanted to bring in. And he was enjoying those days. So how long have you actually been playing the instruments?
Bro, so since I was 10, 9 and 10, fifth grade, started fifth grade.
You started a little late. So.
Right.
Okay. And you said you played the drums. What did you start? What did you play first?
I played the sax.
Sax was what you started with.
Yeah. So actually, funny story. I wanted to play drums, but drums is kind of, I joined band kind of right at the drum line. That the drum line came out. Everybody wanted to play drums.
Right.
All the bands where I'm from were like 300, 350 people deep. You know what I'm saying? the Drumline movie, and so everybody signed up to play drums. Of course, I did too. But band director was like, "Hey man, it's too many of y'all. Y'all gotta switch to other instruments." I was like, "All right, whatever." I
Right.
sang saxophone. It sounded cool, so I was like, "Let me play the saxophone."
Let me take the biggest thing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard you play. I heard you play solo. I've heard you play in groups. A few years ago, you shared a link to an actual album that you did, and
Yeah.
I listened to that, and just the harmonies, and just knowing that you are a person that looks like me, that not only lives with a chronic health condition, but you're also showing a path for other Black and brown people to want to be something beyond what we always see in the media. Because I'm sure that you see, well, I'm not sure if you see yourself as, but people who look at you from afar, even near, see you as a success. Because, like you said about being a pillar, you're a pillar also in this community because you're breaking barriers, you're breaking through doors, you're opening up the gates for our young to not only see what's going on, but you actually even help young kids. Like you're a teacher as well.
Hmm.
Yeah. So with the music thing, how has it how has it transpired or helped your life?
Man, where do I begin, bro? So many doors have been opened up because of music. So many opportunities, so many connections, so many great things. I can't imagine doing anything else. But I can't imagine like no shade to people who have a 9 to 5. I'm just not a 9 to 5 guy. I
Same.
can't imagine like it's just a bless. I know I wake up every day and it's a blessing. I tell my friends this all the time. Like it's a blessing to be able to kind of make your own schedule and kind of being self-employed is a whole thing with itself. It has its pros and cons, of course,
Hmm.
but the pros for me definitely outweigh the cons in so many ways, bro. And it's a blessing that I get to do this for a living, and I mean I'm able to um and that helps out with my like diabetes advocacy too. Like I'm able to take trips across the country to do some diabetes work in California or Baltimore, whatever city, because I have the time with my schedule to kind of move it the way I want to move it, and it's a blessing to me, bro. Like it's truly a blessing.
It truly is. Like you said, you're able to do what you truly love and enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, music to many people gives them a recollection or a memory of like great things that are past. Like I can hear certain tunes playing, like a song from Sade, and it reminds me of being at my grandma's house when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and my grandma passed in 2003. So
Yeah.
like music, it helps lift you up when you're down. Um, it resonates through your struggle, through your pain. Music is everything, especially knowing the roots that we come from as people. Music has helped us along the journeys. We've created our own melodies. I mean, I know you play the saxophone, but I know you're true to heart. You're a hip hop fan. Is I mean,
Oh yeah, bro.
hip hop in itself is a culture.
Yeah.
It's by far, it's probably the biggest culture in the world today because everyone uses it for everything. It we as a people are,
They don't want to admit that, but yeah,
oh, they don't have to admit it because we see it.
yeah,
We see it. It's right there in front of our eyes. The way your children dress, the way you talk, the
Mhm.
things that are on TV in front of you, your dress, everything
Yep.
is highly impacted and influenced by our culture, by us. We
Mhm.
create it. And no matter what, they can't take it from us.
Yep.
As far as being in music, being in bands, was there a competition for you, like growing up? Was there a competition to be number one or to achieve and make teams as there were for, let's say, someone playing uh sports, athletics? Was
Yeah, bro. So like, yeah, man, it's band is a sport, bro. Like
right.
band is definitely in every possible way of it being a sport, being in competition, physical exertion. Like band, especially where I'm from, bro. Like band is a sport, bro. So that fierce competition like that amongst your peers, amongst like being the best you can be, like showing people up, like it's definitely that culture is definitely there and an integral part of like being in band. So yeah,
Right.
it's I remember growing up with just cats, bro. Like we would battle learning scales. You know what I'm saying? I can learn the scale before you can. You know what I'm saying? Like my tone is better than your tone, bro. Like that was just a thing that we did growing up, bro. So yeah,
Yeah, I can see it. Like I remember rushing to the gym to see if my name was on the list for making the basketball team,
yeah,
dating back
yeah,
to
yeah,
like middle school
yeah,
or well, track team. It seems like everyone made the team, but it was so many of us. But I remember just knowing like I'm there, and I didn't grow up in an area where like bands were so big and prevalent, but everything's available to us via media. So I do see the competitions, as you said, like in drumline. Like I grew up with drumline as well.
yeah.
So that that in itself created a whole nother genre of people wanting to compete.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So did you go see drumline in the theater when it came out, or
Well, not me. It came out in like 01, 02, bro. I was like 10.
yeah.
I was like 8, 7 or 8. So nah,
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't see that in the theater. I ain't seen that movie
Okay.
till like I probably got to middle school. But that
Okay.
culture was still like I was in elementary school when that movie came out. But that movie just propelled the culture even more and more. And I was
Mhm.
a result of that, I guess, a byproduct of that culture.
Oh, okay. With your craft, with your profession, what you do as a professional, have you been able to do things such as film?
Yeah. So this is like a leading question, or you like did you already know something?
I do not.
Oh, okay. Nah, I was that's a good question. The way you said it was a good was
Mhm.
pretty dope. But nah, yeah. So I've been in a couple movies, bro. I pretty much do. I've done maybe like 2 or 3 movies a year, or movies or TV shows a year for the past 5 or nah for the past since like 2014. The first movie I did was Drumline 2 actually, and that was when I was in college.
Y-
And with that movie, that was that was the thing, man. We filmed it in the summertime, and that was kind of like me and all my friends was like our summer college gig, like our summer college job, and that was like the first movie I did, and that was dope, man.
I actually I did not know that
Oh
you've
yeah.
been in film at all.
Oh, bro, yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been in. You probably seen me a couple times. I've been in. Let's see.
Because
What's the movie?
you're saying
Uh,
2 to 3 per year. That tells
oh
me
yeah,
that
yeah.
you have a whole log of films.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Something like that. Something like that. It's mostly just me playing saxophone in different scenes with different people. But uh, man, it's actually it's a movie. I did a movie last year. I kind of forgot the name of it. It hasn't even came out yet. Um,
Mhm.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, where's that movie I did with Anne Hathaway last year?
Oh,
So
with Anne
I felt like
Hathaway.
it's
Look,
gonna
and the way you just dropped that, like, oh yeah, I did a film with Anne
I
Hathaway.
was just thinking about it, bro. I'm like,
Like she hasn't been critically acclaimed and nominated for everything.
bro, so that was a movie we did. Man, we filmed that movie like at 12 or 1 in the morning in the cold of November. And it was so cold, man. We were outside for like 3 or 4 days in a row. Just was freezing. And there was a movie about her. She's like dating some guy in a boy band. It's a pretty the premise from what they were telling us was pretty cool. Of course, it hasn't came out yet, but of course, like Coming to America, I was in the second one with Eddie Murphy and the second one, and then I was
uh,
with DeVito. The last couple of scenes when DeVito is singing in the
uh,
party at the end, I'm in the band. I'm actually playing guitar behind him. You can kind of see it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
I
I'm
remember now from when you
yeah,
posted about it
yeah, 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 yeah,
when it
yeah,
first came out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
I
I'm
don't know
like,
if that was what 2020.
yeah, in the pandemic for sure.
Right,
Yeah, yeah. So I was
right.
playing guitar behind DeVito. I've been in a couple like BMF episodes.
I did not know that.
It's Atlanta, bro. It's
I
Atlanta.
know
It's Atlanta.
when they say show up, you show up.
That's it, bro. It's the film industry out here is booming, bro, and a lot of times, like some stuff I just really just send in a application for, like, I see the listing online and I just apply. But other times I have homies that are like involved in the music coordination process. So like for Coming to America, I got a homie that was kind of like the music supervisor for that, and he hit me up about doing a Coming to America joint with DeVito, and that was dope. That was dope for him to hit me up and look out like that. And it's been a couple stuff, man. I honestly I be forgetting some of the movies I've done. I gotta go
Oh,
back and just really sit down and be like, yeah, I did Dashing in the Snow with Lil Rel and Ludacris that came out last
yes.
year.
Came
Yeah,
out this past holiday season,
yeah.
November, December.
Yeah, so we filmed that in Latonia, Georgia, which is where I'm from, on the east side of Atlanta. We filmed that a couple of days, and that was pretty cool to be in that. If you go in there, I got little cameos in a
Mhm.
couple of
I'm really enjoying how humble you are about this because, if I'm pretty sure you've been in front of classes, in front of audiences and crowds, and you mention this, and
Mhm.
you see the kids' jaws drop, like, and also by just seeing you, it mirrors them. They're like, I want to do that. I want to be that. How
Mhm.
can I get in that position? And you just say, I mean, blatantly, I'm a little black boy that had dreams and I reached them.
That's it.
Like, yes, we can all aspire, especially if we have people that inspire us.
Mhm. Mhm.
And you're being an inspiration to these young kids.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Let's transition. I want to learn more about you, the person. So more about, like, did you and your family? Did you grow up in a? Did you grow up with siblings?
Yeah, I got a sister. She's 2.5 years older than me. She act like my little sister though, but yeah, I got a sister. She's older.
So you have a sister that's 2 years older than you,
Mhm.
and you said she acts like your little sister, or is it that you feel as though you act like you're the big brother?
Yeah. Let's say that. Let's say that. Let's go with that.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, you're the one who handles business, right? Right.
yeah, man.
Look, I understand.
It's on, tell her to watch it too.
Look, I'm in the middle, so I have two siblings that are older than me. We're all, I don't know how to put this, but we're all 3 years apart.
Mm.
So my younger brother is 3 years younger than me. My sister is 3 years older than me, and my older brother is 3 years older than her. So within a span of 12 years,
Yeah,
my mom had four kids
yeah.
every 3 years. So
Just how she
yeah,
done it.
yeah, that's just the way things go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any family history of chronic health conditions?
Nah, man, nah. It's just the regular black people stuff, bro. It's
Right. You
where it's not none of that stuff is chronic conditions. It's just kind of just more so a reflection of healthcare, or more reflection of a lack of grocery stores in the hood. So
right.
just stuff like that. It's but as far as chronic stuff like type 1 diabetes or anything like that, nah, pretty much just actually. So I was with my mom and my sister on Sunday. We kind of had Sunday dinner and kind of hung out and watched the All
Hmm.
Star together. That was a cool little vibe. But so we were just talking about family stuff, and my great grandmother actually grew up, and she had a twin sister, and she was born in 1911, and her twin sister died at a young age from the sleeping disease. So before they knew what type 1 diabetes was,
Correct.
what I'm saying, the sleeping disease or any other thing that they kind of couldn't name or could put a name to
Hmm.
it. They think that her sister died because of type 1 diabetes. There's no way to check it for sure, but that's kind of from just, stories passed down from generation to generation. That's kind of what they think happened to her. And I mean, it makes sense. A lot of people, that's kind of
Uh,
what there's no cure before 19, well, not cure. There was no treatment before 1922,
22.
so anybody before 1922, you checking out.
Yeah.
So
So
kind of know what they think.
we have a correlation with that then, because my great grandmother, I just found out last year, died from diabetes,
Mm.
and she passed. I mean, my great grandmother was born in 1902. Um, she on her death certificate, because last year me and my little brother went looking up our family ancestry.
Mhm.
We did the whole ancestry DNA, and come to find out, I think it said January the 19th, 1954, she fell sick, but they said before that she had lost a lot of weight. And on her death certificate, it reads this, that she passed on February the 2nd. So within that 2 week span, she had lost a large amount of weight and was tended to by a nurse. But her death certificate actually says death due to acidosis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So myself, and I have a cousin who's type 1 diabetic that I didn't know for years that she was, who's younger than me. I think she's maybe like 6 or 7 years younger than me. So yeah, always tell everyone to look through your family tree, your family history, because it's somewhere.
Yeah.
It may not be type 1, it may be celiac disease or Hashimoto's or rheumatoid arthritis, but it's some kind of autoimmune reactive illness that's there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Did y'all all grow up in the Atlanta area?
Nah, my folks are from Columbia, South Carolina. Um,
Columbia, South
my
Carolina.
parents, they moved. They got married up there in 1985. Don't shoot me. Or 88. One of those. I think
One of
88.
the look,
Anyways, then they moved to Atlanta from there after they got married. And yeah, that is. And
oh,
I'm so glad they did that. I'm cool.
uh,
Columbia's cool, but
right. But
it,
Atlanta is the Mecca, right?
so I thank them every day. Every day I talk to them, I'll be like, "Hey, thank y'all for moving from Columbia, South Carolina."
Huh.
Shout out to
So
the Met though.
right. I mean, I've traveled through Atlanta by myself with family, and Atlanta has always been a welcoming place. I
Mhm.
mean, just like any big metropolitan area, you have different sides of every land. But we know that in Atlanta there is a pool where you can just go to, and everyone is just smiling. Like
Yep.
everyone is just smiling. And no one's worried about anything else but just being happy, being free, sharing love, sharing opportunity, things
Love it.
of that nature.
I love it.
Yeah, I truly enjoy it as well. You were diagnosed, you said, at how old?
I was 8.
8 years old, 8 years young.
Right.
So you were in like second, third grade, somewhere around there.
Great. Yep.
Yeah. Do you remember at all your life before then?
Nah, man, I was 8, bro. Not really, dog. You know, you don't really remember stuff till you're like 3 or 4 anyway. So you have like 4 years of memories of not having diabetes. You know, so
Right.
yeah, I can't think what it was
You've
like,
lived
bro.
with diabetes longer than you lived without it. Same
Yeah.
here.
So and we talk about this all the time, and me and my diabetes friends, bro. It's just a question that we always. You probably had this question too. Like, would you rather have been diagnosed older or younger? You know, like, would you rather have experienced life
Mhm.
X some 20 years without it, or you know what I'm saying, would you have lived it the entire life without knowing what it's like, without you're not missing out on what you don't
Right.
know. So like, so and everybody kind of always says that um when they got it was the perfect time for them. That's kind of what I've gotten. So like for me, like I think getting it as a kid is cool because I was in my I grew up in life knowing how to live with this, chronic thing. And it's like
Mhm.
it grew with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It wasn't like you were at teenage, adolescent, or young adult age where you know that your life made a drastic change
Mhm.
and there's no going back towards that. You actually grew up with diabetes.
Right.
Because
Right.
I recorded with a woman earlier who was diagnosed at 23, and her older brother was diagnosed at 7, and her baby brother, he was diagnosed at 23 also.
Ah,
And she mentioned when she first got introduced to technology, she was in her endocrinologist's office and there was a mother holding a 4-year-old child. And she said she just kept crying and praying to God for him to take away diabetes from this 4-year-old child that she didn't know. And her mom was like, she's okay, she's okay. And she was like, but she has to live through these finger sticks and injections. And I told her, I said, that child, I said, she's going to grow up with it and she's going to grow up in an age where we have advanced technology, advanced insulin. I said, she's not even going to realize that she actually has diabetes until she's older.
Right.
Right. Yeah, living with a chronic health condition, it does affect everyone in different ways. Um, because from our onset to current day, the technology and advancements, I mean, we know they're not available for everyone because I don't know if you've always had technology or when you were introduced to technology. Do you recall, like, when you were younger at 8 years old, did you have an insulin pump? I know continuous glucose monitors weren't available then.
Yeah, bro. Now I had a regular glucometer, bro, and it was like the size of what the here is big.
Was it like a pouch, a fanny pack?
And look, that thing was huge, bro. And the test strips were like the size of your finger. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to see technology now, bro, it's like I look at kids now. I'm like, bro, if you only knew, if you only knew. And yeah, like you said earlier, bro, it's not, and it's sad that it's not available everywhere for whatever reason, for a multitude of reasons, bro. Like,
Right.
I was just in Tanzania, doing a like a diabetes mission trip out there last November, and me and my other homegirl who also has type 1, we have Dexcoms. I have a pump. She doesn't have a pump, but she has a Dexcom as well. And the people that we were working with, they were like, "Hey, what's that?" And they also have type 1 diabetes. They were like, "What? Oh, I've never seen that before." And we're like, "Oh, bro, like, let me tell you about it." So, it's the disparities in having technology available to us over here and it not being available over there for whatever reason. So I also work with Tandem, my pump company. And when I was going over there trying to get funding for us to do the mission trip, they said they couldn't help us fund it, because of they're not established in Africa,
Correct.
the entire continent. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They like legally they can't do anything regarding Africa. And I'm like what? That's kind of crazy to me, bro. Like,
Yeah, and it's like that all around the world with different medications. Like
yeah,
there's advancements in certain medications in Europe that we don't even have here in the US.
yeah, yeah,
And someone may mention it to you and you're like, what? How? And they're like, oh, y'all don't have that because our system is set up for us to get these. And basically, a lot of places there's the approvals and waiting times aren't as vigorous as there are here in the US.
mhm.
I think, all right, you went to Tanzania with diabetes.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you been other places like around the world?
Um, Nah, man, that was my first time in the Eastern Hemisphere. Yes, I've been everywhere in the West. I've been, U.S., Mexico, everywhere in North America,
Hmm.
all the Caribbean, South America. But as far as the Eastern Hemisphere, bro, it's my first time going over there, and that was an experience, man. I really enjoyed that for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah,
You know,
you don't take me as a person who has any fears.
oh nah,
Look, I'm similar to that. Like I always tell people, like my dad is a big guy, 6 foot plus, and
uh,
growing up he was like 300 plus pounds. And I always told people, if I don't fear my dad, then why should I fear you or fear anything else in this world?
yeah, yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
going over to Tanzania, was there a big change in your care while you were there?
No, man, I'm on the pump and I'm on the Dexcom, bro. So it's pretty easy, bro. You bring enough supplies or bring enough insulin, and you're good to go. And I wasn't over there that long. I was over there for like a week and a half. So it wasn't too long to where I would need to try to find some insulin or try to find some supplies or find syringes or whatever that may be. So
Right.
I was pretty self-sufficient, bro. Me, and then I had my homegirl there too. So if I ever did need anything, she
You,
had it. If she needed something, I had it.
you had each other's back.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I've seen that with you in the past, maybe 2 years ago or so. You were on a camping trip, a
Oh
diabetes
yeah,
trip,
yeah, yeah.
and that was the first time I had ever seen that before, where I think your pump ran out of insulin
Yeah.
and you actually got insulin from someone that was there.
Yeah.
I had I had someone DM me and send me the story and was like, "What is going on here?"
That was crazy.
And I said, "Well, when you're in need,
Uh-huh.
you do what you can
Yeah.
because that's equal to someone with asthma and them needing an inhaler.
Same thing. Yep. Same exact thing.
Right? You need this to live."
Yep.
So, I mean, look, me personally, I was like, "Would I do that?" But then I said, "I would have to do that." Right
Yeah,
there,
that was pretty
there's
dope too. I had instance. I was about to change my site. I didn't really feel like it. So it was like, yeah, just connect to mine. So literally, she just she just unplugged it, unclicked it from herself, like just clicked it on mine. And it's just insulin, you're not exchanging any body fluid,
right, right. That's what I did tell.
literally just insulin. You're like, so that's all it was. She just connected her, like she was still her pump was in her hand, and she bolused from her, her pump to my
To
infusion
yours.
thing. And I was like, it was kind of weird, but it was like that's pretty cool. Like
Now, was that the first time you did something like that? Like,
uh,
did you even know you could do that?
I didn't. I didn't. You don't think about stuff like that. It's
Right,
like in hindsight, it's like, of course you can do that. Like it's a pump is a pump. Insulin is insulin. You know what I'm saying? The infusion site is an infusion site. It's the same everywhere. So you don't think about it after the fact, but it's like, yeah, it was pretty cool that she did
mhm,
it. Shout out to Amy. Shout out to Amy.
right, right. Shout out to Amy because when you're a diabetic in the wild,
Yeah, yeah.
anything can happen.
Anything can
I
happen.
mean, we strapped up to survive like we're MacGyver,
That's it.
right? Can't nothing stop us from being at our best,
Yeah, bro.
right? Especially when you live with that mentality,
Right.
because living with chronic health condition, autoimmune condition at that, we have many obstacles placed in our way. But if you have the mindset that you can, you will, you do, you will succeed in life because there's going to be many things, roadblocks that come up in our way, but we just got to figure out another way to maneuver through them. Whether we got to hop on them, we got to go across them, we got to push them out the way or break through them. We're going to make it to the other side and do what we need to do to survive.
Right. Right.
Do you have any things coming up that we all should know about?
As far as like diabetes stuff.
Anything that you like? Look, a part of what our main focus of mine when creating this podcast was not only giving face value to who we are. I wanted to also be able to use this space to promote us,
Mm-hmm.
promote people that are living with our chronic health conditions that look like me and you, because we know that we are not the majority, but we are taking over. So yeah, if you have anything at any time you want to promote, just you can share it with me, you can tell me here, and I'm going to promote you because we may not carry the same genetic makeup, DNA, but in this climate, we are a family.
Mm-hmm.
If you need a cup of sugar, I got you, brother.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's not that big and you bolus for
yeah.
it.
I feel that. Yeah, bro. I would say, man, I've been working on a lot of music lately, bro. So I'm about to drop some new music. And that's gonna be dope. I'm super, super, super proud about the new project I got coming out. That's gonna be dope, man. I'm finishing up one final mix for my new record. That's gonna be my next single. That's gonna be pretty dope, bro. I've just been talking to radio stations, talking to smooth jazz festivals and people like that, to get more involved in those kind of things, and it's some really good heat behind it, bro. So It's
That's
gonna
good.
be cool. Can't wait for that to drop later on this year. I might drop it on my birthday in May. That sounds like the right time to do it before
That
it's over.
sounds that sounds good. And that
Yeah, yeah.
I had a question. I don't keep much notes. I try to let this conversation go as
Organic.
freely
Yeah, I feel it.
as possible. I really want to feed off of you. You feed off of me. And we just have that open conversation. But I do have this one note right here. Because this is a podcast. And if you have, with your expertise and professionalism, if you have any introduction music that you would like to share with me, I'm willing, like, that I can put on here, even if it's something of the past, something old that you've never released,
Dig it.
something that, look, you might have created it when you were 10, 11, 12 years old, and you like, that's theme music.
Bro, I got you. Actually, speaking of that specifically, I'm a sports guy too, so I don't just do music. I just don't do diabetes. I'm a real avid sports fan. I play basketball and football and baseball. I played everything growing up. And then me and my homies made a sports podcast a couple of years ago. And before my
Okay.
homie left, and he moved to DC, so we kind of stopped doing it because he moved. But yeah. So for that, for that podcast, the opening intro was one of my original songs called 408 AM. And it's kind of it's a real good like introductory ESPN type of fanfare type of joint. And that's really dope, bro. So we can definitely do that, bro. I'm gonna send it to you. And if you put that on, that's exactly the vibe that you talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta hear it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And I might have to put it up against my brother actually. He's produced for, I don't even know, maybe like 20 plus years. He probably stopped within the last 5 to 6 years because he's on a whole nother career path. And he's been telling me that he was going to send me some beats, but his are more like hardcore, like hip hop, boom bap type. Yeah. So yeah, if you got some nice intro, and I know you do because I've heard your sound.
Yeah, I got you. I
Yeah,
got
look, look, I did have a beef with you, Antoine.
what you got? What's the
Look,
beef?
you don't remember? We've had two of them. You said you're an avid sports fan. Look, look, one of your beefs almost ended somebody's career, but like I remember, what was it, 2020? Was that bubble season in
Uh-huh.
the NBA? Atlanta and the Sixers. Look, y'all basically ended Ben Simmons' career.
Hey man,
Or did he do it on his own?
he did it
Look,
on his own, dog. He didn't want to shoot. He didn't want to shoot the layup, bro. So it's a free
look,
layup, bro.
and he hasn't been wanting to shoot him since, man. And I seen this guy drop like 40 points in a few games. Like it's crazy. I don't know what
Bro,
happened.
Ben Simmons was a beast,
He
bro.
was a monster.
That man was a beast. I don't know what happened.
Look, the hex, that Atlanta hex got thrown on him.
Yo, man, dog. That's funny,
Yeah,
bro. Dang,
yeah,
that's funny.
yeah,
We
that's
get we get we
crazy.
gave y'all Mike Vick though, bro. So it's all good.
Look, that's my guy, Mike Vick.
We gave
Look,
y'all Mike Vick, bro. So
for real. Look, look, it's almost like there's two versions of Kobe, they say. There's
uh-huh.
the number 8 Kobe and the number 24 Kobe, which were, I mean, equally great athletic
Yeah,
wise,
yeah,
but
yeah, 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 yeah.
at 24 he was more mature
Mm-hmm.
and handled his business more. That was Mike Vick, but I think y'all had the greater athletic version of Mike Vick.
I would agree. I would agree.
Yeah, yeah, but that was my guy. But yeah, there was another one, the Eagles versus the Falcons. When was that? NFC playoffs. I'm trying to remember what year that was.
What, 04? We lost
Uh
that. Y'all beat us then though.
yeah,
Um,
it was something more recent.
Eagles versus Falcons in the playoffs. Nah, our last playoff game was versus the Rams. Uh,
Yeah, it's been a minute for y'all.
I know, right? I'm saying. I was like, that was 2018
Okay.
last time we played the Rams
Look,
and we lost.
that's the last time y'all been in the playoffs?
Yeah, versus the Rams.
Uh,
No,
No.
y'all. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2022?
Nah, we ain't go 2022.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh
Nah, you think
man.
about that was the
Look,
Bucks.
we might have stopped y'all from going to 2022.
Yeah, I think y'all beat us. That's what I think y'all beat us, bro, in the
Yeah.
playoffs. We beat the Rams and then y'all beat us. I think that's what it was.
hmm
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. So do you go to a lot of sports events?
Oh, bro, I got all of them.
All of them, right?
I got all of them, dog.
Right.
Hey, the
Look,
Atlanta Braves,
I was about to
Falcons,
say
Hawks,
Braves, Falcons,
everything.
Hawks. Look, all of them.
Yeah,
If there was
I'm all day.
if there was hockey, you'd be there, right?
There was. They about to bring it back.
Okay, y'all got a team coming?
Yeah, they about to bring it back. Well, they put a proposal out there. So
Okay.
hopefully it happens. But if they
I
bring it
mean,
back, bro, I'm there.
why not? You know,
Exactly.
everything else is booming in the A.
Exactly.
Why not? Look, yeah, I was thinking about that. I said, yeah, I remember like him posting something about the Hawks and the Sixers game.
I'll be posting all kind of crazy stuff.
That was I think yeah, that was game 7.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even got to come back for it because
I
just like you're all Atlanta, I'm all Philadelphia
feel
sports.
that. Hey, I feel that, bro.
It
Home
looks
team.
sometimes they break our hearts, but when they
We gotta
shine, we
ride with them.
shine. Yep,
I'm
yep.
telling you. I'm telling you.
Always, always.
Ain't no switching up, bro. Even when we trash, I'm like, yeah, we trash. We sick of what's up. We coming back. We coming for y'all next year though. Like, ain't
Look,
no switching up.
yeah, and football wise, Atlanta's on a they're doing a big there's a big turnaround over the last few years.
We just need a quarterback.
I was about to say that.
And the thing about quarterback is, bro, it's so hard to find a quarterback in the NFL, bro.
It
To find a
is.
franchise guy, there's like seven or eight teams that have a franchise quarterback in the entire league. There's
Right.
32 teams in the league. One
And
fourth is 3/4 of the league don't got a franchise quarterback, bro.
right, and
So
it's
when you get
crazy.
one, you gotta like y'all got Jalen Hurts, bro. Like
Mhm.
when you get one, it's good things happen. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
you gotta get
and
a
when you
guy.
think about like certain quarterbacks, like somebody like Patrick Mahomes, he wasn't
Hmm.
supposed to be what he is in the
Diamond
league.
in the rough, bro. Yeah, yeah. They that's when I say that's why the GM's a GM, the scout team's a scout
Right.
team, and
I
I'm at
mean,
home.
that's like I mean, just like GOAT status, Tom Brady, he
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be, but
Nah.
it's crazy. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
once they stepped up to the plate, it was no going
Yep.
back. It's no going
Yep.
back. Like Patrick Mahomes is that guy, no matter what.
Hey man. That guy.
He,
Ain't no denying it either. You can't deny it.
you can't, you
You
can't.
can't.
And I always think like the Eagles, we had Andy Reid for some great years.
Yeah.
We went to 4 consecutive NFC
Uh-huh.
championship games
Yep.
and the Super Bowl. You know the TO
Versus
and Donovan.
y'all beat us to get there. I remember
Right,
that.
right,
Oh, 04. Oh yeah.
right. That's when McNabb was throwing up on the sideline.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
To said he didn't have it in him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Sports they mean a lot to me, and I could see equally they mean a lot to you.
Yeah, bro.
Sports and music. So what a lot of people don't know about in this space, like I've recorded a lot of like hip hop tracks and songs, like but I tell people today like that was my past life.
Yeah.
I'm on a
Yeah.
different mission today, but
Yeah.
it's still in me. Like I'm not afraid of the mic. I'm not afraid of the boards at all.
Hmm.
It's always going to be in me. Do you see the music being something that you want to do forever, or I mean, you're young right now, 30 years young.
Hmm.
Is it like right now, this is the space that I'm in and it's good to me?
A little bit of both, bro. Like you can't obviously you have to prepare for the future, bro. Obviously you gotta look ahead. But you also gotta live, people gotta live for the life they got right now, bro. You gotta live to make your best, like whatever you got going on, make it your best while you're here, bro. So um it's definitely something I see myself doing forever. Even when I get older, I might, it's a lot less traveling when you get older. A lot less traveling, a lot less, you do some more stationary stuff. might get a college gig, go back and get my master's. I hate school, but go back and get my master's or something, get a college gig and kind of do that. But yeah, definitely music in some capacity. I never see myself not doing that.
Right.
Yeah,
Never submitting to what the world is telling you that you should be doing when you know that, I mean, you got a creative mind, so
yeah,
you can go anywhere.
F,
And
F the world.
that's great about like I said, a space like Atlanta, because I mean, where I grew up in the Philadelphia region, we do have a lot of art avenues, but we don't have a lot of those what I would consider like great models that you can look at as mentors that don't even know they're being mentors to you,
hmm
that you know that you can follow a path with them just by glancing at them, by viewing them, and
hmm
knowing that me, this little black boy from the city, I can become any and everything, and no one is denying me of chasing those dreams that are in the art field.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I love the push that they give towards little black boys in athletics and everything, but I do feel as though it should be equal in all aspects of life.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. People got to be real around it, man. I hate when I see a kid and they just only do one thing.
Hmm.
I tell the band kids that too, man. So I work with a couple of different bands and work with all kind of kids and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, just don't only do band, dog. You like don't only do like no, go join another club, bro. I don't care if you go join chess club, it don't matter. But do something to make yourself a well-rounded individual, bro. So where you succeed in different areas of life, dog. Like you don't want to just be one dimensional. So I always tell people that like if whatever your interests are, bro, pursue your interest. Like, don't just make it you watch a YouTube video. Like, no, actually pursue your other interest and
Hmm.
make it a part of who you are in totality. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I do the music thing, bro. Like, sports is also a big thing, bro. I'm also a nerd, dog. Like, um, science and technology is like
Same.
another one of my interests. You know what I'm saying? Like I can, like I'm going to see Neil deGrasse Tyson in like 2 3 weeks, bro. And that's gonna be like it's the highlight of my year so far.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to drop some new music, but seeing Neil deGrasse Tyson in person for the first time, and I'm kind of mad because he came last year.
Uh,
And I decided to go to an Atlanta Hawks game. And the same night that he came to
I
Atlanta,
mean,
it was easy to go see Neil to go see Atlanta the Hawks. And I was like, let me go see the Hawks. Cause I had some good seats. I was able to get some good seats. But I was like, I'm not missing Neil the next time he comes to Atlanta. So he's gonna be
right,
here next month. And I was like, I'm there. I'm gonna be out of town the day before. I got a flight. I'm flying back. I'm gonna land like right before I go see him. But I was like, I'm not missing seeing Neil deGrasse Tyson in person. And so yeah, man, I have a lot of different other interests, bro, and different other things I'm involved in. And yeah, you got to be real around it, dog. Got to.
right. And right now is your time to see Neil.
I'm
Uh,
telling you. I'm telling you.
Look, I have my 10-year-old since he was 2 years old. He's been considered a child prodigy. My wife and I, like, we've been debating, and everyone has told us to look into having him skip like regular, like secondary school,
Mm-hmm.
middle school and stuff. And he's been offered the opportunity to take like college level courses, and he's got scholarship offers to private schools, but he doesn't want to do that. He's like, I want to go through every grade with
Yeah.
all of my classmates.
I want to be a normal kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he said. That's what he says. But
Yeah.
at the same time, what do we consider a normal kid? Because since he was 2 years old, he could tell us every element, name over
Mm-hmm.
200 dinosaurs, world history.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's taught himself like 9 different languages.
Oh, okay.
Like he's boy genius, and
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
knows that. He knows that. So like you stated that you got to be able to let these kids, or they should have the opportunity to be able to do multiple things. My 10-year-old, he has the opportunity to become any and everything he wants.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm going to make sure that I push for that, and knowing that you are that mirrored image for a lot of young boys and girls, like I truly appreciate that, because they don't have to tell you that I want to be like you or be you or be any similarity to you for you to do the things that you do. You
Mm-hmm.
do them because you know that you making a path and being on a journey to fulfill your own life goals and dreams, it's going to help other people just by you being you. Like, I've been a teacher for the last 10 plus years. I've teach media literacy, teaching young kids how to create their own media, start their own brands, as opposed to having media been the number one influence in your life, creating your own media so you can be the number one influence in your life and you can be
Mm-hmm.
impactful on your own community, see the world beyond your front door. And when I have conversations with people, like I let them know, like, you may not even know that you're doing these things, but you are. And when you said that, I mean, you're still young. You may not know what career you want to do in the future because you've always been doing a career that you've
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even, I mean, it's more so a love, a passion,
Yeah.
because you truly enjoy that. And I want everyone to be able to have the opportunity to enjoy and love the things that they do, because not only will it help with their physical well-being, but their emotional well-being, because in this day and age we have to assure our children that we are paying equal amount of attention to their physical health as we do their mental health, because you can't
Mm-hmm.
have one without the other. We have to meet at
Right.
50-50. And if they meet it at 50-50, there's no denying that they're going to take on and over the world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As a person living with a chronic health condition such as diabetes, what's some good advice you've received?
Good advice, man. I would say is take care of yourself, because as a kid, like a lot of times as kids, people, you don't realize how like in good health you are, like, and how like
Hmm.
it's like you don't have any health barriers as a kid. Like if you eat this Pop Tart, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna suffer any adverse effects, you know what I'm saying. But if you're 45 years old and you eat a Pop Tart, it's like it might kind of affect your body differently. So I always tell people like take care of take care of yourself, like learn how to like really, really focus on taking care of yourself. Take care of your A1C. I'm taking care of your blood sugars, making sure everything is cool. Because eventually life catches up to you. Like your body
It
catches up
does.
to you. You know what I'm saying? So like it's do what you got to do now to make sure that your life when you're 50, 60, 70, living with type 1 diabetes, hopefully there's a cure by then. 5 years away, what they say. But
Look, I can
like
tell, I can sense that, like we are people that definitely come from and we gravitate towards the center of hope, because
hmm
you are the third person that look and represent us in the last 2 days that I've interviewed with, and they all speak the cure into existence.
Oh yeah, it's coming. I mean,
Look,
look, I'm not a
I mean, you're a science guy like me.
yeah, 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 yeah,
We've seen the changes over the years, and not only that, we see what they're actually doing that's impactful and having
yeah.
people live actually insulin dependence over the last couple years.
Yeah, it's a
But that,
thing.
like,
It's a thing.
yeah, it's a thing. It's a reality.
I gotta see. Have you seen the Human Trial, the documentary?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet. It's on my list of stuff to see.
Okay.
But no, I mean, one thing I know about, look, I mean, like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe, I'm the anti-conspiracy theory guy. But I do understand economics. And I understand how, if there's like COVID, we had a cure, not a cure, we had a vaccine for COVID, and a number of months after it, you know what I'm saying, came upon the world
Hmm.
because of an economic backing for it. Like there was people, countries were losing, you know what I'm saying, losing capital, losing money, more so than losing lives. It was more so we need to get our money back versus helping humanity live, you know what I'm saying, and defeat this thing like that. But so when I hear things about the cure for cancer, the cure for diabetes, the cure for, you know what I'm saying, sickle
Anything.
cell, the cure for anything, if there's not an economic incentive behind it, it's
Right.
coming. It's just not in the
Mm-hmm.
forefront of anything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like people who like just working with JDRF. I don't know how you feel about JDRF. I know some people feel
Look, I'm good.
okay. I know some people be feeling that, it's just cool. Everything, hey, everybody got I get it. But no,
I,
just working with them over last summer, is like most of the people I came across in that foundation, really have a passion for helping find a cure for type 1 diabetes. Even understanding the fact that that entity will not exist if we have a cure for type 1 diabetes. So like
right.
they realize and understand that everybody that I talked to, even the CEO, like just talking to him, he
Mm-hmm.
kind of said it that way. He was like, we want a cure, although I won't be out of job. You know what I'm saying? But still, so those people like, but they aren't the ones who have the money to fund the expedited process of getting a cure,
Mm-hmm.
such as COVID, or what I'm saying. Like the reason why they was able to get a cure is because the people funding it were the people creating money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a whole thing about that, bro. So I mean, all that to say, the cure is coming. It could
Mm-hmm.
already be here. I need to check out the human trial to see what that whole thing about.
Mm-hmm.
But I like I said, I know how economics work, bro. I know how healthcare works, and money talks, bro. So it's
Right.
until the president of the United States daughter has type 1 diabetes, or anybody in Congress is,
I tell people like, even if you have mega celebrity such as Queen Beyonce or
mhm,
even someone like Taylor Swift, even if they have children that have it, that still doesn't mean a cure is here or a cure would be on the way because we know many celebrities that
mhm.
are affected by type 1 diabetes, by other chronic health
Yeah, all
conditions,
kind of things. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they're managing the same way we're managing.
Mhm,
Just to go back, like organizations such as JDRF, yes, personally, I've had some issues, but at the same time, I know that when JDRF was founded on,
mhm.
um, it was founded on looking for a cure for type 1 or juvenile diabetes, as it was quoted as previously.
Yeah, not a rebranding. Yeah, it's a whole new
Right,
thing now.
right. So, I mean, I know that a lot of the funding that has gone into the research for advanced insulin, going from beef and pork insulin to regular insulin in the late 1970s to
Mhm.
continuous glucose monitors and that advent in the 1980s, insulin pumps, all of those things. JDRF has been the
Has had
greatest.
a hand in. Yeah.
Yes, they've been the greatest source in bringing these things about.
Mhm.
I have no issues with any organizations other than certain individuals that pop up and try to cure us, knowing that they're not. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I got you.
it's
I'm with you.
crazy, but we do the best that we can with what we have, like we always
Mhm.
do, and we always going to live with that hope. Growing up with diabetes, how much has it had an effect on you emotionally?
Man, I feel like I feel like I was gonna cuss. I feel like I'm a hard dude.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm a real dude. I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of times people get emotional over stuff, or people like people like get affected by stuff. I just be like, it ain't that deep.
Mhm.
I'll be like, it ain't that deep. I just think living with diabetes, I'm kind of have a harder uh response to stuff because it's
Right.
like I deal with diabetes every day, dog. What you going through right now?
Yeah,
I'm like, what
your
you going through
skin
right now? Like,
your skin's
it's
a little
really,
thicker.
you know what I'm saying? I was like, I got thicker skin because I'm talking about diabetes. So that's just my assessment of myself.
Even like going through school and stuff like, okay, teacher said fell in a class or I needed so many points to pass this class or whatever. I could handle that because I could handle diabetes. Like
Exactly,
it's not the worst thing that can happen to me.
exactly. Not for real,
Right,
you get
because
it.
every day we're living, I mean, every day we're doing things to avoid death and to stay
hmm
alive.
hmm
Like There is
all
no,
day,
yep, all day.
24/7.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
look, you say 24/7, I say nonstop
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
people work jobs or they'll be like, I'm on a job 24/7, 365. And I'll be like, what are you on that job 24/7, 365 nonstop? Like this is
Yeah,
nonstop.
I feel that.
We lived through it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Has diabetes in itself affected any of your relationships?
Nah, nah. Most of my partners are very receptive and very very nice people. You know what I'm saying? People who really care
Mhm.
about you. But no, actually one of my ex-girlfriends, she it's crazy story. I was I was on tour with this theater company, not theater, like this music production thing. One year, and I was like I remember when it happened. I was in Salt Lake City, and I'm just chilling at the Chinese restaurant, just chilling, having a good time, just vibing. And I get a text, and it's from my ex. She's like, "Hey, I think I have diabetes." I said, "Shut up." I said, "No, you don't." Like we're, you know what I'm saying, we're 20, 24, 25 at this point. I said, "No, you don't." She's like, "No, I keep having to use the bathroom. Like I'm thirsty." I said, say, "Okay." Um, so no, it turns out she actually like got diagnosed with diabetes at like 25 years old, 24, 25 years old. And like I
You
said, that was
gave
my girlfriend.
you gave it
I
to
gave
her.
it to her. That's
Look,
hilarious.
look,
That's funny, bro. So
you gave
yeah,
her gave her a late onset.
I gave her late onset. It's contagious. Oh, look at
Yeah,
that.
that
That's
diabetes
hilarious.
wanted to bring her back to you.
Right.
We
That's
got this
funny, man.
connection. I need insulin.
That's funny. Nah, that's my dog. That's my dog. She
Yeah,
cool. That's my homie.
that's good, man.
But yeah, man. So she hit me up with that. I was like, whoa. I said, whoa. So and hers was like slow onset, bro. Like it took her maybe like 2 or 3 years for her pancreas to start working.
mhm,
It was really, 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 really slow.
okay.
So just navigating, she's still kind of navigating through that whole thing now. She's kind of accepting it now, but before she kind of hit her hard, kind of, trying to figure out life with diabetes at 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Mhm.
said, when I was 8, so like she's 25, so she lived 25, she lived 1/3 of her entire life. You know what I'm saying? A certain way. So and then after the developmental years, it's like when you're 25, it kind of hits you differently. So
Yeah.
uh, being able to see her, go through that kind of,
Mhm. Yeah, she was truly becoming an adult at that age.
yeah, yeah. Now she was
Yeah.
already in her career, like you know what I'm saying. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
So
different thing, but
I
that
mean,
was crazy.
it's great that she has a friend like you today. That I mean, I'm pretty sure if she were to text you or contact you with a question or asking you how to do certain things, like you would quickly respond because living with diabetes is a quick response to everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really have enjoyed this conversation with you because, like I said, this platform is really based on having conversations with community that needs to be heard,
Hmm.
and we need to be heard. You need to be heard. Like I said, if you ever have anything you want to promote, just let me know and I'll share it because I'm big on building communities. I don't know if you remember last, I want to say spring or summer, I had a young lady reach out to me in need of insulin, and I
Oh
created
yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm in the Philadelphia region area, and I created that ATL group
Hmm.
because I knew that our people would come together, and you were first on deck. Like I can meet with you
Yeah,
on this.
yeah, yeah.
I remember that because I mean just like when you were on that camping outing with Amy, she was quick to
Hmm.
be like, "Oh, here you go." Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
If,
So
if
it's all
we
about, bro.
right, if we can do anything to better each other, better our community, that's what we have to do.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Facts,
yeah.
facts.
I was going to leave you with this one question that I wanted to ask you, but I think I already know the answer to it. But I'm going to still ask you it. Have you ever imagined your life without diabetes?
Oh yeah, I prefer for it not to have diabetes. I don't want that. I don't want this. This junk sucks. I don't want this junk. But I always tell people like, I always tell kids like, the sooner you accept the fact that you got diabetes, the sooner the easier life gets. You know, once you accept it, and once you learn how to do the right things to live your best life with it. But yeah, I would prefer to absolutely not have type 1 diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I say, man, whenever that cure comes, I'll be the first one in line. Like, sign me up.
Look,
Yeah,
same.
I'm on it. I'm on it, bro. But since I have it, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
don't dwell on it. Don't be sad. Like, there's no point of being sad about it. Being, I understand people process it. People, depression is real and stuff like that. But it's like, you gotta live your best life, dog. Like, so either with it or without it, I'm living my best life. You feel me?
Right.
Like,
And if you were here closer to me, I would tell, as I do many like medical providers, offices that deal with young people that are newly diagnosed, like meet with someone like Antoine, because he will give you a great outlook on what life is, the value of it truly, because through this whole conversation, you have not let diabetes ruin you. I mean, spoken into existence. This conversation is everything else plus diabetes,
mm-hmm,
not diabetes plus everything else. Everything else
mm-hmm,
plus diabetes. Diabetes should never take on the full blunt of who we are. I
mm-hmm.
appreciate you, good brother.
And much love, bro.
Thank you for joining me on this journey, which is telling our truths, having conversations about who we are in helps of healing not only ourselves but healing others.